We are going to talk all about my January TBR. If you don't know already, my goal in 2025 is to lessen or be more mindful of the money that I am spending. And y'all, when I tell you that my physical TBR, even my Kindle downloads, even my audiobook downloads, they are so out of control. I really just want to catch up, because what happens is I'm reading a series, I see a quote on TikTok, I go download that book, I read it, I binge it until that happens again, and the process just repeats itself. But first of all, happy Onyx Storm month to those who celebrate, and I for one celebrate. So I will be including my rereads in these videos because I think it's so silly that most people don't normalize rereading. I reread the same book almost every single month and have for almost 3 years. I don't know if that means I have a problem, but it's what I do. I love it. It brings me comfort. I love going back into those books and worlds that I find comfort in. It's like kind of watching your favorite comfort TV show. I think it's the same thing, and I think it should be treated like that. So we are going to be reading Fourth Wing and Iron Flame for the Lord knows how many times. I love listening to these in the dramatized audio version. They're just so good. And I will most likely be breaking my book buying ban on that day and then going back on it because that Target edition looks phenomenal and I must have it. You will probably notice a trend here, and that trend is I am in my fantasy romance era. I am like 160 pages into Quicksilver, 166 pages into Quicksilver, and I will be finishing this book this month because it is so freaking good. I'm obsessed already. The banter, the back and forth, I am here for it. I love it so much already. One thing about me, I have never read an Elsie Silver book. I know. I'm sorry. I am just not a huge small town romance girl. I've read a few of Devney Perry's. I loved Kat Singleton's small town romance, but I have never read an Elsie Silver book. And there's one book in here that I've seen the scene on TikTok, and it's like where one of them, she's like, call off your dog, Eaton. And the other guy goes, woof, or something, and like he barks at her. And so I will make it to that iconic scene because I feel like I need that. I stay away from small town romances because I live in a small town and I'm married to a farmer. So I think this guy's a hockey player. Is this even book 1 in this series? No, it is not. This is book 3, I think. Oh my god. Someone, if you know, I need to read the actual reading order for these books, but I hope I have the first one, because if not, that's gonna be awkward since I can't go buy it. Anyways, want to read that this month. I want to start that journey into Elsie Silver, and if I like them, I'm gonna read them. So, I kid you not, when I walk into Walmart or Target or Barnes & Noble, I buy books 99% of the time based on the cover and the cover alone. If I notice a cover that I've seen on TikTok or Instagram or anywhere else, I'll buy it. But then these ones, like I was obviously wanting my heart broken. I don't even think I never read blurbs, but the front of it says love makes us do bad things, and this is called Everything We Never Said by Sloane Harlow. I think this is actually a teen book. Yes, Penguin Teen is the publisher of this, so I have a feeling it's just, I don't know. Oh, it says it's been months since the accident that killed Ella's best friend Haley, and Ella can't stop blaming herself. Now Ella is back at school, and everywhere she looks are reminders of her best friend, including Sawyer, Haley's boyfriend. Oh. Little by little, they grow closer until Ella realizes something horrifying. So I don't know what that is about, but it obviously sounds good, and I'm excited to read it. Next up, we have Lights Out. I have listened to the trigger warning list, and I've heard clips on TikTok. That's about it. And if you hear me mentioning TikTok a lot, that is my main app. That is what I'm on all the time. I'm a content creator over there. I do author services. I'm on TikTok all the time, and that's where I get 99% of my recommendations. And I know some of y'all are gonna be like, ew, book talk leads you astray. Not my book talk, okay? I enjoy my reads. I also I'm here for the vibes, okay? I'm not looking for an art masterpiece. I'm here for the vibes, and I'm hoping the vibes are good here. I'm sorry, you can see my light. It's too dark. I live in Oregon. It's always rainy and gloomy. But Lights Out, this seems so freaking funny. Which is crazy because it's dark romance and he's like a stalker, but it's fine. We're gonna have a good time with that, hopefully. I am thick into my Zodiac Academy journey, but I'm only on book 4. I just keep like finding other books, and then I read those books and I'm like, oh, read here. I have ADHD. I can't focus very long. It's a new thing for me. I just got diagnosed a couple months ago and it's really hard. But Zodiac Academy is so freaking fun, but I'm also spreading these books out with intention because I don't want them to end. I devoured ACOTAR and Throne of Glass way too quickly and binged them, and I really wish I had stretched them out and savored them more. But once you're in those worlds, and once you're like in this world, you're like, oh my god, I can't stop. I stopped for a moment. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But I want to finish book 4. I think I'm like 60% through book 4. And then I want to read at least book 5, if not book 6 too. Thrillers. Once again, y'all, I literally went to my shelf and just picked a bunch of random books to read this month. I don't know. This is a thriller. It is by When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. No idea where I got this. But it was somewhere. So I'm excited. I'm hoping I love thrillers. Fun fact about me is I used to be a horror movie fanatic growing up. Like, I loved horror movies. I loved thrillers. I loved creepy, scary, plot twisty things. Which brings us to Catherine Cowles. I read my first Catherine Cowles book last month. I read Broken Harbor. That might have been in November. It was either November or December. Anyways, I have quite a few of her books. I think I have 4 or 5. I pulled off Fragile Sanctuary and Glimmers of You. And she's actually a local author to me, so that's really cool too. But I plan on reading these, and then all the Missing Pieces by her releases this month. And I actually got a PR box for that, so I will be reading that probably as well. This is one that I have been looking at on my shelf for literally 2+ years. 3+ years. We're in 2025. I bought this in 2022. Wow. Okay, yeah. So I've never read a single Christina Lauren book. I think I have 6 of their books. Have never read a single one of them, and I apologize. But this is what I mean. This is why my goal in 2025 is to read my physical TBR that I already have, because I literally have so many books on my shelf that have just been sitting here being like, read me, and my ADHD brain just goes squirrel and read something else. So I'm really excited to read this. A lot of people said I have, like, if I don't read any of their other books, I have to read this one before donating it somewhere, because this one kind of gives Say Swear vibes. So if you know, you know. That is my favorite book of all time. Welcome to half of my personality, and that is Noah Riley. So I'm excited. If this is actually like Say Swear, I will be so excited. So we're doing that. And then I want to read A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. I have read every single Candy Steiner sports romance book, but I have not read the rest of her books. And I love her writing style, so I don't know why I didn't read them outside of her sports romance series, but I just haven't gotten there yet. But this is my friend Kat Singleton's favorite book. It destroyed her, she said. So I'm excited. I love being destroyed, especially if I'm in the mood for a good cry. I have some mental health stuff. Like, I compartmentalize too severely, and I like put all my emotions into boxes, and sometimes I can't unlock said boxes. So if I ever need a good cry, I find just a book that will destroy my soul, and I read it and I cry. I do my crying in the shower. And these are the books that I just think about. Supposedly this is one of them. I just think about books and sad moments in books, and then I cry and get that alleviated issue. Okay, this is another one. I bought this last January when I was visiting my sister in Arkansas, and I haven't read it yet. It is a basketball romance. It is called Night Shift by Annie Crown. It is a Wattpad book turned into... I am so excited about this. It's when a college bookworm and the campus basketball star share a sexy encounter in the library stacks, things get complicated. I mean, a moment for the cover. I love a good illustrated cover, especially in sports romance, hockey romance, basketball romance. Okay, basketball and football romance are so underrated though. Like, everyone's go for hockey, and I get it. I do. I love me some hockey too. But football players and basketball players, like, hell to the freaking yes. I am here for that. Okay, these are my current reads right now, and it is the Plated Prisoner series. I picked up book 1 audio when we were flying back from Las Vegas at the beginning of December, and I devoured it. I devoured it the entire flight. That is all I did. Nice. Pops call. That happens all the time, and it will happen, and I will always answer his phone calls. Anyway, back to the Plated Prisoner series. I am like a little over halfway through book 3, Gleam. I think I'm actually missing one book. Aren't there like 6 books? And I have Gild, Glint, Gleam, and then I need to look up the series complete. Oh, I'm missing Glow. I need Glow. And I'm gonna have to, like, hopefully it's in Kindle Unlimited, because I am on a book buying ban. Also, this is really funny. I don't know if it is funny to anyone else. I'm gonna have to replace this after my book buying ban ends, but I ordered all of these together, and I ended up with one Penguin publishing version and the rest of the Bloom version. So I don't know exactly how that happened, but I am having a hell of a good time. I am having such a good time with these, and I want to finish the series. It is so freaking good. I am obsessed. I've heard kind of like mixed reviews on the rest of the series, but so far I am live, laugh, loving. I actually like couldn't listen to the audio last night, so I grabbed my physical copy. It's the same narrator that does the Min's voice. It's duet narration, which I love. It is my second favorite to obviously like graphic audio, but it's duet narration, and the guy is the same actor that plays the voice of Rysand in the Avatar dramatized audio, so it's that Anthony guy, and I just love his voice. But I hate reading really thick books because it cracks the spine, and I know it's an OCD thing, I'm sorry, but I really want to finish the Plated Prisoner series, which, like I said, hopefully the other one is on Kindle Unlimited or something, because otherwise I'm going to need it. Which series is it in? Like, how... This is my issue. I need to read the series order of things. Does this have series order. Okay, so yeah, Glow is next. So I need to get Glow after this one, which is bad because I only have that much left and I'll probably finish that today. So I might have to switch to Quicksilver. So I think it's Gleam, Glow, Gold, and then Goldfinch. But I love this series so far and it is just so fun. I don't care what anyone says. I am here for the vibes and the vibes alone. And the slow burn and the tension between people. Now I will say I did guess most of the plot. I read book 1 and I was like, oh my god, this is who so-and-so is. This is who this is. And I'm just like, hate it when my brain does that, but it's still really fun. I love it. I'm a basic bitch at my core, and so I am love loving these. I love them so much. But that is my January TBR. I also want to read a couple Kindle books, and I will probably listen to, no, probably, honestly, no. I have Quicksilver on audio, I have the Played Prisoner series on audio, and then I have, obviously, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame on audio, and then I will obviously be reading Onyx Storm on the 21st. I will be dropping everything to go grab that and read it, because I don't care. I'm hoping my Amazon delivery gets here, but I actually have both pre-ordered on Amazon, so I think I could just, like, cancel one of them and go buy the Target version. And technically that wouldn't be breaking the ban. Loopholes? Loopholes. Anyways, I will be reading Stealing for Keeps by Rebecca Jonchak for sure, and then War by Brittany Nicole. It is a hockey romance, and I am a hoe for hockey romance. So that is that. But I hope y'all have a great week, and happy 2025!